How's it going out there, YouTube? My name is Jesse, and I am back for another comic book video. Now, I did not put one out around the time of Christmas. Christmas is a busy time for me this time of year, and I'm sure it's a busy time for you. So I hope you had a great Christmas. I hope you had fun with friends and family. I hope you got a lot of great presents, and that it was just a great and wonderful time. I know that spending time with the family can sometimes be a chore, but sometimes it can be fun, especially if you don't see them very often. And if you do see them very often, then it's just another one of those things. Anyways, this is going to be not only the last video for this month, it'll be the last video of the year. Now, if I survive the YouTube purge, which I understand is coming at the beginning of the year, then I will be putting out more videos. And if not, it'll be the last video I ever put out. I don't know how the algorithm is changing. Something about profitability of videos, and I don't make any profit off of this because I don't have enough viewers. But I do this as a hobby anyways. It's something fun for me, and it gets these lists off my brain, because once I put these lists of videos, I don't think about them quite as much, which is good because there's so many other things to bog me down with. Anyways, I got a couple of heroes to do. I don't want to make this one too very long, so I'm going to go over 3 quick heroes. Now, one of these heroes is going to sound just like another hero that I've already done. This hero is basically a straight ripoff of Bullet Man. Now, I don't really want to say this is a straight ripoff of Bullet Man. They may not have actually known about Bullet Man when they made their character, because back in the time of World War II, American comic books were banned in wartime Canada. So they may not have even known about this character when they made their character, even though the powers and some of the history is very similar. They have another female superheroine. I think it's the last one that I found with Canadian Golden Ages. There may be more. I wasn't able to find a lot. And just another one that I picked out at random. So let's go ahead and cover these 3. And I don't know where I was going with that. Let's go ahead and get started with these 3. Coming in first is Cosmo. Cosmo Grant first appeared in Name It Comics #1 in 1942 under Maple Leaf Publications. After this issue, though, they would change the name of the comics to Rocket Comics within the second issue. Cosmo was created by Spike Brown. Now, I have not been able to find a lot of information on Cosmo being a Canadian superhero. There's not a lot in our internet, but I have been trying to find it. I do believe that he has been in the comic books for some time, or they wouldn't have renamed the comic books Rocket Comics. He is a non-powered human, but he is a technology user, scientist, and adventurer. He has a number of enemies that includes Nazis, someone named Silver Dagger, and Dr. Von Cadaver. But the doctor spelled weird is Doktor. Now, as I said in the intro, he has pretty much the same powers and ability as Bullet Man, and he appeared 2 years afterwards. Now, I don't know if they ripped it off. Like I said, the American comic books were not allowed in wartime Canada, so it seems unlikely, but that doesn't mean that they couldn't have gotten a hold of it and made a character very similar. He has a power helmet that grants him superhuman strength and makes him invulnerable to bullets and allows him to fly. You can see the similarities. He carries pellets of Cosmocordite, which is a special explosive that can be activated from a distance. he has a special aircraft that he calls the Bullet. More similarities. Any gear or technology that he would end up using, he would call Cosmo, like if he had a Cosmo gun or a Cosmo plane, besides the aircraft that he calls the Bullet. Now, he made a promise to his father, I guess the father's on his deathbed, and a clever scientist, to continue on with his work. And he keep making experiments for the good of humanity. Now, Cosmo had a friend called Captain Tom Hayden, who worked in His Majesty's intelligence services. That would be like working in a government police agency. So, Cosmo would create gear that him and his friend could both use, and both of them would battle Nazis together and any other forces that would threaten the peace of their nation. Coming in next on this list, Commandant. I believe I'm pronouncing that name right. Commandant, Betty Babel, first appeared in Star-Studded Comics. Now, I'm not given the issue, but a number of the other heroes that were produced by this comic company, Star-Studded Comics was in 1945, so that's just the year that I'm going to put her as showing up. She is a non-powered human. She is skilled in jiu-jitsu. She's also a trained stunt woman. She's formerly a movie star. Her base of operations is Hollywood. Why wouldn't it be? Now, Betty started out as an actress where she played the role that she would eventually take on as a superhero, Commandant, the female commando. Her co-star was accused of blackmail and framed for murder. She went out to prove his innocence and found out that he had a filmed confession. She found out later that the scriptwriter for their movies put together this film confession from cut scenes, and she proved it to be a fake, tracked down the screenwriter, or scriptwriter as they got here, got a confession, and let's see, before the police arrived, it said that she shot him dead. Wow, that's very vigilante of her. This would start her crime-fighting career. Now, this is also someone I have not been able to find a lot of information on, so I don't know how many comics she starred in. But since they said that this began her crime-fighting career, I'm assuming that it was more than one. Okay, I'm rereading this, and it looks like the police showed up and shot him dead. Not having access to the comics, I can't say one way or the other. It's harder to find the information on the Canadian superheroes, try as I might. Coming in last on this list, it looks like this might have been the only hero produced by this company, and hero being a very loose term based on this guy. His name is Funny Man. Funny Man, Larry Davis, first appeared in Funny Man number 1 in 1948 under Magazine Enterprises of Canada. He is a normal human, and he is also known as the Comic Crime Buster. This is weird. His base of operations is Empire City. Not to be confused with, there is nobody else named Funny Man, or even close. Okay, Larry David has a variety of special equipment, all with practical joke themes, fighting crime using a very slapstick style. Okay, Larry Davis was a special comedian, and his manager, June, wanted to put on a publicity stunt to enhance his career. So she was going to stage a fake robbery that he was going to stop. However, on the day that he was going to do this, he picked a real robbery, managing to catch the criminals using a seltzer bottle. Yes, this is as ridiculous as it sounds. He found out that he enjoyed thwarting criminals with jabs and gags, and he told his manager not to reveal his secret identity, which he apparently wears a rubber nose. And he became Empire City's newest crime fighter. There were a couple of other people who were trying to become heroes too, known as Laugh Man and Comic Man. These were two would-be heroes trying to steal his shtick. They're not enemies, but they're not friends either. Oh my. Funny Man was created by Jerry Siegel and Joe Shuster. And if you don't know who those are, you haven't been paying attention to my videos. And it's the creator of Superman. And this is definitely not the same person. Well, I hope you enjoyed this video. And I hope you learned a little bit more about the Canadian superheroes. I hope you have a great New Year's. I hope that the new year coming, 2020, will not be so election-heavy coverage. Unfortunately, I live in a swing state, so I am going to be hearing commercials beginning the new year all the way up until the election. God help me. Anyways, I hope you have a great new year. If we do survive the New Year's purge, then I will be coming back with heroes from other countries. Not just Canada. I mean, we're pretty much done with Canada. We'll be starting on new countries. And the heater just kicked on. So, until next time, I'll be seeing you. If there's a next time, I'll be seeing you.